What is happening? What is good? And what are y'all doing today? Because I'm just bored, just sitting here, and I just see Mr. Who's the Boss coming out with another video. So I was like, why not? Feel me? Let's react to it, y'all. Mr. Who's the Boss. I bought Extreme Fitness Tech for the Sideman charity match. I don't know when the Sideman charity match is, but we'll soon find out in this video because it's probably going to be talking about it inside it. Feel me? Let's
This
see.
week, I got the greatest message ever. Do you want to play in the Sidemen charity football match? My favourite sport to play in the largest stadium in the country with the biggest online audience of any charity sports event ever and millions raised for great causes.
I watched the Starman charity match when Asho Speed was inside. As soon as he left, it was no point watching it, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god, yes. The only issue is I look
Oh,
like
he's chubby. He's chubby.
this is my current body. No alterations, no clenching. And this is about how good I am at football. But,
Damn, that's ass.
motto? Say yes, then learn how to do it later. I would love to play. Right, now I just need to completely transform my weight, my health.
How is he gonna do that in what? I don't know
and
when
my
it
football
is.
skills before April 18th.
April
the day of
18th. We are on March the 12th. That's just about a month.
So because we're trying to make such a massive change in not a massive amount of time, we need to address every single key health metric all at once. The first being
Your fat ass belly.
I'm overweight. I just got a full body DEXA scan done, which is pretty crazy because it shows you in crystal clear detail how much of you is lean muscle in red and then how much is fat. And I'm
So that's bone. That's his lean muscle, and that's the fat he got built up.
not in love with the report that came with that because it confirms the obvious that I
You're
do
overfat.
have slightly too much fat.
I might
It's
need to do this FMS scan too, bro. Fat mass index scan.
saying over here that I'm 64th out of an average 100 people, but it's also made me realize that I have way too much visceral fat, the hidden fat
Visceral
around your
fat.
organs, which is particularly nasty. I'm 79th out of 100.
Oof,
Like
that's
the health
bad.
checks. The good news, though, is losing extra weight is pretty much as simple as this equation. Calories taken in through food and drink. So for me right now, this is 2,500 a day, minus the calories I burn. So that's both what my body burns naturally, just by being alive, 1,800, and any extra
Your body burns 1800 calories by just being alive. That's crazy if you think about it. For me, so if you're fasting and something, you burning 1800, and I don't think you eat 200 and 2500 calories. So you losing a lot of body fat while you
that
fasting.
I'm able to shed by moving around and exercising, a meager 400 right now. So that leaves us with a 300 calorie surplus. I'm eating more than I'm using, so my body is
That's
storing
bad.
that excess mostly as fat. So how can I actually
Bad.
change this in a way that isn't just spend half my life in the gym? I think I've realized I've made it an involuntary habit to consistently clench to try and hide the belly.
That's how you know you're getting fat, bro. I do that. I do that, and I'm getting fat too. I clench my shit. Whenever somebody around, I clench my shit.
Number of calories burned, my desk chair is gone. It's replaced by two things. This wellness ball that I bought from Techno Gym, which is pretty great for me because I'm a born
bouncing
fiddler.
and shit.
And this lets me fiddle, but in a way that's keeping my body moving
Oh, no,
and
man,
my
he
core
moving
active.
around
Then,
like yeesh.
the best under-desk elliptical that I've ever used, the QB Go, which I love because it basically feels like a footrest, but one that I naturally end up pedaling anyway without even
So
thinking
you
about.
staying active while you working, feel me? That's good.
Now, I gotta stress, this kind of stuff is far from a full solution to my problem. Even if I use both of these for a few hours every day,
200
it's
calories.
only going to burn an extra roughly 200
Oh,
calories.
we guessed it right.
None of this is better than going to the gym. But the goal of this is just to burn enough calories while I work. The amount that I need to tackle in the gym is actually achievable. Essentially, the plan is to burn an additional 400 calories from focused exercise
So yeah, you can actually burn
per
fat.
day compared to what I used to. And that extra will be a combination of football practice, which, as you've seen, I'm going to need
Damn, that's
plenty of, some
bad.
strength
You
training
can't
in
get
between
down
to make sure I
target.
don't waste away. But the most important tool in my entire arsenal is the incline walk.
How you go a private gym and still get fat? Okay, me getting fat is understandable. I don't go to a private gym, gang. I just do home gym, home workout, bro. He got a whole ass private gym and he's getting fat. That's crazy.
Walking at an incline on a treadmill honestly feels like a hack. It burns calories shockingly fast, while being low intensity enough that you can also just do something while it's happening, like play a game on your phone or watch a bit of TV, and it's actually relaxing. And you need that. You have to build in some things that you look forward to. And then finally, but most importantly, I also got to reduce how many calories I take in from 2,500 to 2,100, leaving us with a total calorie deficit
Of 700
every day. I want to do this so badly because if I can keep this up, my entire body composition will completely change by the time it comes to my follow-up DEXA appointment, which I'll have done just before the big game itself. But I'll keep you updated on Instagram in the meantime with progress. And then to keep track of everything, I'm using the creatively named Calorie Counter app. I just love the fact that it lays out that exact equation I've been talking about.
So he can like know how much calories intake.
Factoring in how many calories you're consuming, what your body burns by itself, and then what you're burning with exercise and movement, leaving you with the bottom figure, which is exactly how much of a deficit you're in. And that the app updates the calories burned as you're doing things using the tracking on the Apple Watch. I would say Apple slightly overestimates, but you can just factor that in. Time for sleep. Not like that, it's like 11 a.m. I feel like the most incredible, but also terrifying part of this health journey is that every single section of health that I'm trying to tackle, they're all linked, which means if I can get them all right, they will compound each other for an even better result. But if one starts to go wrong, it will drag the others. Last year was the first time that I started consistently snoring in my sleep, pretty badly. And weight gain is one of the most common explanations for that. It makes my sleep less restful, it wakes Trisha up,
Listen, I only get like 5 hours of sleep max, bro. When I lay down, bro, I can't sleep for real, bro. I think I got insomnia or some shit, bro. Because whenever I lay down, bro, 2 hours, 3 hours in, and then I start falling asleep. And then even if somebody comes in or if I get distracted, that's it, bro. I gotta wake up for another 2 hours, feel me? So I gotta get a really quiet sleep in, feel me? Like nothing around, just a fan noise. And it's really annoying, bro. So I can't get really much sleep in. Let's see how he gets his sleep in.
Then wakes me up, all leading to an average sleep score last month of 76 out of 100, which is not good, especially considering that a lot of these apps inflate that figure to just make you feel better. So here's the game plan to get that number up. First, 3 gadgets. And to be honest, each one of these is a bit of a wild card. First is the Woodger mat, which you place on your bed, and it's meant to use vibration.
We might buy something here, bro. Because I'm trying to get sleep, bro.
That stimulates circulation and relaxation. They say this is absolutely transformational to how restful your sleep is. We'll see about that. The Elamind headband, which is the first to be clinically shown to fix the other side of the sleep equation, helping people fall asleep faster using precise acoustic stimulation. People are raving about this thing online. The only thing I can say right now is just, it's very
It doesn't work. 100% I can guarantee it doesn't work.
See it being very comfy in bed. And then the final one is a gadget that sounds really counterintuitive, but this is actually the thing that I am most intrigued by. So I found these glasses online by a company called Luminet, and they blast you with light, like the literal opposite.
What's the point of that?
Sunglasses. Ooh. It's surprisingly out of your way. Like I very much feel like I can carry on doing what I'm doing while it's on. It's actually a pretty well-established thing, but one way to fix your sleep cycle is to focus on exposing yourself to lots of light early in the morning. That way your body fully wakes up at the start of the day, so that when you're starting to wind down and getting ready to sleep, it's completely tired.
Bro, I hate looking at light as soon as I wake up, bro. I don't know what it is about it. I just get mad irritated when I look at light when I wake up. I don't know if that's the same with you, but...
Now, most people, myself included, don't do this. We spend the first few hours of our day in fairly dim indoor conditions, which means we don't hit our peak level of alertness till later, and therefore we don't tire till later. So the whole idea of these glasses is really just to bring forward these timings so that when it comes to bedtime, you are less alert and more ready for sleep. So that's the tech. But one thing I recommend...
I don't think that works, honestly. Oh, he broke his shit.
It's just a drop test. It's just a drop test. So one thing, if you're not getting completely optimal sleep, I would recommend you do is just see a doctor. I found one who's a specialist in everything I suffer with. He stuck his big, long camera up my nose and immediately found inflammation.
Yo, why are you showing us this, bro? I'm not trying to see all that.
So he's given me a spray to take that down. And then also from a blood test, he found that I have a pretty significant iron deficiency, which he's saying is the most likely cause for all the restlessness that I get. It's just really good to fix these fundamentals before you start worrying about your fancy Tron-style monobrow glasses. Tronobrow? I got a wedge pillow. My dad, who's almost definitely at this point where I inherit my snoring genes from, he swears by this. He carries one of these everywhere he goes.
What's that?
It lifts the entire upper half of your body, which reduces the pressure on your airways. So it's likely to be a good short-term fix to stop the snoring until I've lost the weight. And then the last thing, which is by far the least fun, I need to stop snacking late from the cupboard of doom that we have in our cinema room. I can have the snack. It's just better to have the snack during the day and then just cold turkey quit eating at 7 p.m. Because anything after that will mean my body is actively digesting while I sleep instead of
And that's bad for you, bro.
maximizing restfulness. So let's see how close to 100 out of 100 I can get on my sleep score if I stick to all this. So that's the weight, that's the sleep under control. But I do also need to get fit. In my entire life, I have never been able to sprint more than about 30 seconds.
That's
I am
bad.
out of breath walking up the stairs. So to say that I am not prepared for Wembley Stadium would be about the
understatement.
understatement of the century. Now, the best way to measure fitness is something called a VO2 max test, which essentially quantifies how much
This is what Ronaldo was doing when
oxygen that your
He
body
got
can use
invited
while
to
exercising.
Juventus
That
and
might
shit.
sound niche. It's not. VO2 max is actually
See?
pretty widely considered to be one of the best indicators for how long you're going to live. So you can imagine I wasn't ecstatic to find
oh,
myself
he's dying. Only fair, yeah,
firmly
he's
in the
dying.
fair category, just above poor. There's two things that can specifically help to address this though. One is interval training, so bursts of sprinting with quick breaks in between. I say as I've just taken a seat. It's not just a way to get more calories, because interval training, it trains your heart to actually get more oxygen to your muscles, and it trains your muscles to be able to use that oxygen better. Now, I'm also not made of time, so I think the best way for me to get these sprints in is just the last 8 minutes of my nice, easy, fun incline walks. The second thing, though, is this guy, the AeroFit Elite. This is something you keep around your
Oh, I think it just makes it harder to breathe.
mouth, and it basically makes it harder to
Yeah,
breathe.
I think boxers use it.
It forces you to be able to work with less so that when you have a normal amount, you feel like a superhuman. And it's a clever little thing. You can see it measuring the air going in and out of your lungs in real time and then using it to track your progress. So just like the DEXA scan, I'm going to retest my VO2 at the end of this transformation. And I pray to God
That should make you OP. Listen, if you're getting out of breath and then you put this, like, if you're not out of breath and you put this on, then you get like a feeling of out of breathness. Then you train that shit. Then when you take it off, and then when you actually get out of breath, you're so used to it again. That'll just be like normal
better than
breathing.
fair. But it's the lifestyle changes that I think will add rocket fuel to this journey. Stuff like this, the Spottle. I have searched for years for the perfect water bottle, and I think I found
I
it.
just use
It's
a
glass
plastic
bottle,
bottle
which
again.
makes it feel cleaner than plastic, but then with silicone on the outside so it doesn't thud when you put it down. To drink, you can either sip with the straw or chug with the nozzle. And, in case you hadn't noticed, the thing is 2 liters with
2 liters?
the measurements actually marked out on it. So it gives me a sort of real-life progress bar. If I can top this up each morning and just have it finished by the time I sleep, alongside the water that I'll naturally end up having in other things, I know that I've had all the water I need to have to keep my body performing optimally. And it should also help keep me a little fuller so I eat less. Just realised I am killing it today. Every few days I've also been treating myself by emptying one of these electrolyte sachets in there. These ones from Element are
So these like taste good,
the
water
best
tastes
that I've
good.
found. They make the taste much less
Yeah.
boring and they're quite clean. The only sweetener is a bit of stevia. The hardest thing though that I'm going to need to address is stress. Stress is such a significant factor in health that if I don't get it under control, it could single-handedly just kill this entire run. Stress leads to bad
Damn.
sleep, whether you
Sleep that important, bro.
have a wedge pillow or not. Stress triggers the fight or flight response, which makes you crave energy-dense, unhealthy things like candy. And it can stop you losing weight or gaining muscle, even if you're eating everything right, because it's reallocating your body's resources towards short-term survival. And that's scary because I get stressed a lot. I'm
I get stressed a lot too. I would say.
someone who
so.
really likes things to go to plan, and filming YouTube videos is a complex, messy process that, let's just say, very rarely does.
Oof.
So there's 3 things I'm going to try.
Yeah.
A is just a complete rework of my calendar. Just giving myself more time to get the same things done so that I'm not constantly rushing to finish the next thing fast and getting worked up when that doesn't happen. B is kind of the flip side
There's some billionaires problems that I don't have right now, for me.
of this, gratitudes. I'll give 3 things that I'm grateful for to Drisha, my wife. She'll give 3 things to me. And this is something that currently we're only doing when we get particularly stressed. And it really helps because it refocuses your brain on all the amazing things that no doubt are happening in your life. But I'm curious to see how much difference this will make if we just do it every day. And then finally, for stress, of course, it's me. There's a gadget for that. I've only just started
There's no gadget for stress, bro. It's just like, if you relieve, you relieve. If you stress, gang.
using this
Like, feel me?
TheraFace mask. but I
There's
think
nothing
I'm
to it,
going
bro.
to absolutely love it because you just stick it on your face and turn it on, and it treats
He's consumerism final boss, bro.
you with red light, which is de-aging, blue light, which is good for skin clarity, and then while that's happening, it does a light massage. And that combination of feeling good because of the massage, while also feeling like you're doing good for yourself with all the lights, all in this really comfy package that's USB-C rechargeable and keeps your eyes out of it so you can carry on watching TV, is, I think, a potential game changer for the evening wind-down routine. The only thing left to do then is to gain some ball
Ukraine.
knowledge. Here are
Oh, he talked about all this while talking about Simon Cherty match, and there's nothing about football.
my current stats. I have never in my life watched a football game from start to finish, and out of 30 shots at
Yo, Simon, can you invite me too, bro? I want to join. Can you invite me to the Simon Cherty match?
goal,
bro?
I managed
I'm
to
trying to
score
play some football.
18. If that sounds impressive, bear in mind there was no goalkeeper. I was only 8
If y'all can invite XUC, bro, I get a
meters
chance, bro.
away,
Come on.
and I nearly decked myself in the process. So I booked a coach. 3 times a week I'm going to train football, which should also help a little with the fitness equation. And then I should also start watching some games for strategy. But thankfully that fits very neatly into my time incline walking on the treadmill. So, I'm filming this video on January 18th, 3 months before the match, which is on April 18th, which means by the time you're seeing this video,
He's clenching his
I'm
stomach.
well into the transformation and I have basically 1 month to go. I'm scared. I'm very scared. I've never done anything like this, but what an opportunity. Let's get to work.
WA. I hope you get your 6 packs, bro. Like, I'm praying for you, gang. And side man, I will also be waiting for that invite, bro. I'll be waiting, bro. I'll be checking my doorsteps for any letters and shit or any emails and shit. I'll be waiting, bro. In a bit, gang.